like we all played really well together. Like I still feel like we had like one of the best U16 or U17 teams to ever exist, and to see it all like...
You won't believe what Paige Bueckers just shared. For months, fans kept wondering what it would be like to see her and Caitlin Clark back on the same team. Not as opponents, not as players people keep comparing, but wearing the same jersey and chasing the same goal. Still, nobody expected Paige to speak this openly, and nobody expected her to describe so clearly what it's really like playing beside the most talked about name in basketball.
Come into fruition of us all living out our dreams and what we talked about and what we've worked for, and to like get to the pros, and God willing, we all want to represent USA at the Olympic level. Like we feel like that's the highest level that we can represent ourselves in our country. So
people kept pushing the idea that they were rivals, like two stars meant to go against each other forever. But Paige made it clear that the story people believed only showed a small part of the truth. She didn't only talk about Team USA camp. She didn't only talk about the attention around it. She finally explained what it means to be Caitlin Clark's teammate again, how fast their connection came together, how easy it feels, and why all the buzz around them may actually be real. On January 27th, 2026, Paige went on the Kylie Kelsey podcast, and one of the first things she brought up was the younger generation. She entered Team USA camp feeling something she had not felt in a long time, a real fresh start. The league has spent so much time talking about the new wave of talent, but Paige and others from her 2020 class chose to give themselves an identity. They started calling their group the Young and turned Crew. For them, it was not just a fun nickname. It was the way they saw themselves. They were young, driven, competitive, and ready to make an impact.
Sometimes, like, I feel like youth and just a team being younger can kind of like get a negative rap because like they don't have the experience, they don't have veteran leadership. But I'm like, we're young and turnt. Like, that's all we need. Just like a chip on our shoulder. We're fun. We're competitive. Like, we all just want to win, get better, and grow. And like, you got to start somewhere. So if we're gonna start with the young and turnt, and then we're gonna grow into vets, and then we're gonna grow into the leaders. And
Paige also talked about how young players often get judged for lacking experience or veteran presence. But to her, being young was never a problem. It was a strength. When she spoke about that group, you could hear how proud she was. She said they were playful, full of life, and at times a little wild, but in the best way. The veterans noticed it too. To them, Paige and the younger players brought fresh life into the gym, a kind of energy that lifted everyone around them.
I guess I was just yapping. Sometimes I just get into yap. And so it's like, yeah, we're young and turnt. And that's kind of what we've gone by, I guess.
Training camp was the first time everything really felt real. Paige looked around and saw herself sharing the floor with players she once watched growing up. She went from studying them on television to matching up with them in scrimmages. She admitted it felt unreal at first. But once play started, everything settled in. Competition, to her, was a sign of respect. She came there to challenge them, and they were ready to challenge her right back. Then came the part everyone wanted to hear, when Paige talked about being teammates with Caitlin Clark again. For years, people acted like they were supposed to dislike each other. Every matchup turned into a rivalry online. Every big play spread everywhere. Every game became a debate over who is better. Paige finally put all of that to rest.
Yeah, it's been cool. I think a lot of us, me and Caitlin, even played together like on the junior Olympic level when we were younger. And we were in high school, and it was always a fun time. And we were like...
She explained that she and Caitlin had actually played together when they were much younger. They were part of junior national teams. They played in international events and always worked well side by side. She said those teams may have been some of the best youth squads the country had ever produced. That connection was always there. It just got buried once college basketball and all the attention took over. Paige said she found it funny that fans kept acting like they were enemies when, behind the scenes, they had always been good with each other.
Yeah, it's crazy because like everybody's pinned me and Caitlin against each other for the longest time, and we're cool, like we're friends. But again, it's respect to the competition, so we understand that. We understand how media works and how they want to pin two people against each other and they're supposed to hate each other and blah, blah, blah. So we all understand that and it's all in the love of the game. But at the same time, to have like two fan bases that really hate each other have to come together for a couple months would be really fun.
They were not best friends who talked all the time, but there was always respect between them, along with support and understanding. Both of them put in the work. Both carried huge responsibility for their teams. Both dealt with pressure coming from every angle. And both had fan bases that backed them almost too hard. When Paige spoke about playing together again, she smiled. She said it felt exciting, unreal, and long overdue. She also made an important point. The competition between them actually made the respect deeper. They challenged each other. They battled each other. And now they finally had the chance to use that same fire together instead of turning it against each other. During the recent Team USA scrimmages, the chemistry caught everyone off guard. Fans finally saw what this pairing could be. It did not look forced. It did not look uncomfortable. It looked like two players who had known each other's game for years. There was one play where Caitlin brought the ball up the court, got through two defenders, and delivered a perfect bounce pass for Paige to score. It was the kind of play that only happens when two players truly understand each other. Later, Paige returned the favor with a pass to Caitlin that led to a fast break basket. It all looked easy. It looked natural, and it quickly became a major talking point. Haters noticed it. They pointed out that when Paige and Caitlin were on the floor together, everything looked smoother. The offense moved quicker. The spacing looked better. The timing felt sharper. Both could score. Both could create. And both made the players around them better. When Kelsey Plum joined them on the court, it became even tougher to stop. All three could attack. All three could pass. All three could shoot. It became obvious that this trio might be something Team USA leans on heavily in the years ahead. Paige, Caitlin, and Plum together looked like the future of international basketball.
There's Kelsey Plum out there on the floor too. And again, when I mentioned Plum being out there, it's just tough to deal with that scoring and that creation because all of them, Clark, Bueckers, and Plum, can score and create for themselves. So, I see that as part of the 2028 lineup for sure.
But the biggest surprise was the chemistry between Paige and Caitlin in particular. It looked like something built over many years, even though they went in different directions during college. Even though people kept comparing them, that connection never disappeared. Caitlin shared her view too. She said Paige had always been smooth, always calm, and always in control.
She's always just been smooth. She takes what the game gives her. Her midi has always been as nice as it's been this year. She's she just plays way older than she is. She's confident, she's smooth, she just does everything at a high level, can score from all three levels.
She said Paige never tries to force anything, never steps outside her game, and always makes the smart decision. She also said she had always believed Paige would thrive at the highest level because nothing ever seems to shake her. Both of them made it clear that their respect did not just start now. It had been there from the start. The future of Team USA with both of them is starting to come into focus. The more time they spend on the floor together, the easier it is to see. The United States has a real chance to build something special around them. Paige brings control, tempo, and balance. Caitlin brings vision, deep range, and unpredictability. Together, they create a flow that impacts every area of the court.
Things are going, it looks like these two are going to be the best two guards. These two are probably the best two guards in the league right now. And in 2 years' time, the likelihood of them being the two best guys in the league is very high.
Training camp showed clearly that the coaching staff liked what they were seeing. The veterans noticed it too. Everyone could feel the energy whenever those two were on the floor together. The passes were crisp, the cuts were sharp, and the communication was immediate. Even in short moments, they showed signs of something special, something that could help shape the next era of American basketball. With the 2028 LA Olympics getting closer, the timing feels perfect. A young core is coming together, and Paige and Caitlin are right in the middle of it. That young and turn energy is turning into something real. It is not just hype anymore. It is not just conversation. It is starting to become the base for what comes next. This moment means a lot for Paige. She has fought through injuries, long recovery, doubt, and pressure. Being back on this stage stronger than before means everything. Standing next to Caitlin again, not as rivals but as teammates, brings a long story full circle. This moment matters for Caitlin too. She has lived in the spotlight without a break, and now she finally gets to share the court with someone who understands her, challenges her, and raises her level. Paige brings out a calmer side in Caitlin's game, and Caitlin brings out a more aggressive side in Paige's game. They fit each other perfectly, and fans can finally stop acting like this rivalry came from hate. It was always built on respect, and now it is growing into a partnership built on chemistry. Paige Bueckers did not just speak about Caitlin Clark. She spoke about connection, competition, growth, and what lies ahead. She made it clear that playing with Caitlin does not feel strange. It feels natural. It feels like something they have been ready for since they were kids. And now it is finally happening on the biggest stage. If this is what the early moments look like, just imagine what they could become by 2028. If you want more stories like this before everyone else starts talking about them, make sure you subscribe. You will not want to miss what comes next.